Vera Jelihovsky, an introduction. The Ukrainian writer Vera Jelihovsky was born on the 29th of April 1835. At that time, Ukraine, or Little Russia as it was also called, was part of the Russian Empire. Vera was also the sister of Helena Blavatsky, herself a noted writer and co-founder of the Theosophical Society. As a writer, Vera's works rest mainly on her children's stories, and little of any of her work is known in the West. The General's Will is a fascinating story of a dying man who tries, with the writing of a new will, to right the wrongs his second marriage has caused to the children of his first. His scheming second wife attempts to change that, but will her selfish plan succeed? Vera Jelihovsky died on the 17th of May 1896. She was 61.
The General's Will by Vera Jelihovsky. 1. It happened in winter, just before the holidays. Ivan Feodorovitch Lobnichenko, the lawyer, whose office is in one of the main streets of St. Petersburg, was called hurriedly to witness the last will and testament of one at the point of death. The sick man was not strictly a client of Ivan Feodorovitch. Under other circumstances he might have refused to make this late call after a day's heavy toil. But the dying man was an aristocrat and a millionaire, and such as he met no refusals, whether in life or, much more, at the moment of death. Lobnichenko, taking a secretary and everything necessary, with a sigh scratched himself behind the ear, and, thrusting aside the thought of the delightful evening at cards that awaited him, set out to go to the sick man. General Yuri Pavlovich Nasimov was far gone. Even the most compassionate doctors did not give him many days to live when he finally decided to destroy the will which he had made long ago, not in St. Petersburg, but in the provincial city where he had played the Tsar for so many years. The general had come to the capital for a time and had lain down to rise no more. This was the opinion of the physicians and of most of those about him. The sick man himself was unwilling to admit it. He was a stalwart-hearted, and until recently a stalwart-bodied old man, tall, striking, with an energetic face and a piercing, masterful glance, hard to forget, even if you saw him only once. He was lying on the sofa in a richly furnished hotel suite consisting of 3 of the best rooms. He received the lawyer gaily enough. He himself explained the circumstances to him, though every now and then compelled to stop by a paroxysm of pain, with difficulty repressing the groans which almost escaped him in spite of all his efforts. During these heavy moments, Ivan Feodorovitch raised his eyes buried in fat to the sick man's face, and his plump little features were convulsed in sympathy with the sufferer's pain. As soon as the courageous old man, fighting hard with the paroxysms of pain, had got the better of them, taking his hands from his contorted face and drawing a painful breath, he began anew to explain his will. Lobnichenko dropped his eyes again and became all attention. The general explained in detail to the lawyer. He had been married twice and had 3 children, a son and a daughter from his first marriage, who had long ago reached adultship, and a 9-year-old daughter from his second marriage. His second wife and daughter he expected every day. They were abroad, but would soon return. His elder daughter would also probably come. The lawyer was not acquainted with Nasimov's family. Indeed, he had never before seen the general, though, like all Russia, he knew of him by repute. But judging from the tone of contempt or of pity with which he spoke of his second wife or her daughter, the lawyer guessed at once that the general's home life was not happy. The further explanations of the sick man convinced him of this. A new will was to be drawn up directly contrary to the will signed 6 years before, which bequeathed to his second wife, Olga Veslavovna,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?